and thank you for tuning in to the weekly review of business and finance guide. And as usual, I'm Siti Norabsah Juswar, I'll be your host for today. But I'm not alone because for today I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm Mohamed Noorhafizzuddin.
Okay, so Mohamed Noorhafizzuddin, which is, we like to call him Hafiz. So where are we now, Hafiz?
Okay, Nora, we are in Virgo Batik Resort, Lumut, Perak, Darul Rizwan.
Okay, Virgo Batik Resort in Lumut, Perak, Darul Rizwan. So what's so interesting about this resort?
Okay, we're going to talk about that more on that later because we're going to take a look at our first segment, which is the headlines of the Morning Bell and the Capital Update. Roll it.
Roll it.
And welcome back to the Morning Bell. I'm Raj Charat together with my co-host Joanne Kwan. And as you saw from that very quick snippet just now, one of the most happening managing directors of a multi-billion-dollar public listed company right here in Malaysia, which is none other than Soren Rav, managing director of Carlsberg Brewery Malaysia Berhad. Soren, welcome to our show today.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning.
It is quite obvious from that snippet that you are a man of many, many talents.
Yeah, at least I get a lot of exposure for those talents, even though they're a bit rusty, some of them.
You know, I really have to give credit to Soren is because most of the event I go to, not only sponsored by Carlsberg, you know, in terms of Carlsberg always sponsored in cash or in goods.
Various forms,
but Soren is always there to support the events. How good is that?
A man who's in touch with the masses. I think that's the way we lead by example. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to spend all this money, like you said, on being everywhere and then not being part of it.
Yeah, you might as well enjoy what since you're spending so much on it, you might as well enjoy it as well.
For sure, for sure. No, I think, joking aside, it matters a lot that not just me, but the whole management team, the whole marketing team, sales team, go out and support the events. That's why we spend the money. We want the consumers to come out and have the experience, and we want to be part of that experience, and we want to make sure that they have that perfect experience. And to do that, you have to be hands-on, you have to be there yourself.
RBICom has picked the Japanese carmaker as Proton's first foreign strategic partner. The Japanese carmaker is apparently among the top 10 in the world, which indicates the potential partner could be Toyota Motor Corp, Nissan Motor Company, Honda Motor Company, or Suzuki Motor Corp. Regulator Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) stated in its latest statistics that a 133.3% penetration rate equals to almost 38.5 million mobile phone subscribers in the country as of the second quarter of 2012. Year-on-year pre-tax profit growth in latest reported financial quarter was still seen in Digi.com Berhad. Axiata Group Berhad's performance was almost flat for the second quarter in the financial year ending December 31st.
On the Morning Bell, as you can see, I have a massive transformation in the blink of an eye in the last 2 minutes as I'm parading my new look. Julian, what do you think of it?
You look like Neo.
Neo, huh?
What is that? That looks absolutely funky.
Absolutely funky. And I think this one would create a lot of attention. Like you say, it stands out. It's very unique. The designs on the side, it's the first time I've ever seen this.
Check out the sides.
This is a Parasite eyewear.
Parasite? Oh
That's
no!
Right. Just like him.
Live within you, yeah, basically. Yeah, it's live off you and live with you. So basically, that's how it works. That's Parasite eyewear. It's one of a kind. It doesn't have a temple that sits on your ear. It's basically pressing against your temple, but it doesn't hurt. It's handcrafted, made in Paris. So it's excellent for you because this really shows and really brings out the best of you. Doesn't it look great now?
I think you look
I look
hot.
more handsome
For
now,
the
right?
first time after knowing
First
you
time
this
only?
well, I actually think you look hot now.
Only now I look hot.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed.
You should really thank Ryan for this.
Yeah, I got to give him an extra tip later. So.
Right, China remains world's top investment destination. No surprises there. China has, for the second consecutive year, been ranked #1 in a list of top 10 investment destinations in the world, according to a report from accountancy firm BDO. Now, the BDO 2012 Global Market Opportunity Index for China stood at 251, the highest in the ranking, followed by the US with 212, Brazil with 198, India with 158, and Germany with 147.
That someone's wife is approaching to her fifth month of pregnancy, and I'm talking about Ben Ibrahim, who is about to become a daddy in April next year. I just got to know about it.
God willing, and I did not know you were going to introduce me as that. Well,
as a daddy.
Thank you for the nice surprise.
So he's my special guest host for today, and welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun because today is the last day of October. Can you believe that? Can you believe how fast time flies, Akhtar?
Yes, that's the thing, because we are approaching New Year, and many people are having plans for New Year, but many people are also worried about what is actually happening in New York, especially to our Malaysian friends, the Malaysian students. So it actually connects to the front page of the NST for today, yeah?
That's right, the first article of this morning. And what do we have, Akhtar?
The Malaysian students are actually safe, so we don't need to worry because
the company's earnings has proven to be surprisingly resilient, and MidF research expects dividend yields to be maintainable at less than 5%, and the price has gained less than 80% year to date. Rolling forward the base for valuation, MidF are setting a 12-month target price of 1.75 ringgit Malaysia, derived by pegging EPS 13 to 11.2 times PER, which is its 5 years historical average.
Ben Ibrahim, and our special guest, he is a ghost from CenturyFiesta.com, and he's the owner of Century Fiesta in Sri Hartamas and in SS15, and he is Pierre Deva.
Yes.
Deva.
Thank you very much for having me.
Spelled D-I-V-E.
D-I-E-V-A-R-T. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a Frenchman who's been staying in Malaysia for how many years again?
8 years now.
8 years
Yes.
now. Okay, so talk about Century Fiesta, because I remember Century Fiesta. I've been to Century Fiesta since my college time, which is years back, to rent costumes. Yeah, they do costume rentals.
Well, we are wearing, as you can tell, no, this is not part of the Capital TV wardrobe. We are wearing Pierre's, well, some of Pierre's fantastic outfits. I feel like the Great Gatsby, and you...
I feel like Queen Amidala. Queen Amidala.
Yeah, I was about to say something else, but
like
never
that.
mind. We can stick with Queen Amidala. But more about Pierre and his...
We believe that this trend is pretty strong, and also the realization from the market that the current environment is very positive indeed for Petron Chemicals. There have been a slurry of reports. We were one of the earlier ones to highlight how the current market has been very positive for Petron Chemicals, bearing in mind that this is a fairly new company, so people needed time to get greater understanding about the company, the drivers, and therefore it basically resonated from there.
Thank you.
I can actually buy. I can actually pay 30 ringgit for that.
Yeah. Okay, you can pay him later.
Yes, but we have
So that little
like
snippet.
half of 30 ringgit. You can enjoy that. Okay, we're gonna talk about it later, right?
Yes, that's right. So Kong Yu,
Okay.
how long does it take to get someone to reach that kind of level?
Oof.
It depends on you.
Sweating.
Oh, it depends on you. Huh? I
Yeah,
thought it depends
thank
on
you,
the,
thank you, thank
I thought
you.
it depends on the teacher.
Well, there's only so much the teacher can do.
Well
right?
said, well said, well said.
No, but the thing is, it's like, I mean, it's a small space that we have here, but that's the thing at the end of the day, right? It's up to how much you practice, how much you hone your art. Simple as that.
So, any specific like exercise that you actually need before and after or during? Is it considered an exercise because I can see you're sweating? So.
It can be. Well, it's also the lights. It can be just like any other dance form, right? You have your basic steps.
Right.
Then you've got your technique. How well you execute the technique is another thing. And then thirdly is, next is how much you practice and how much you join it all together. So it becomes much easier to do, you know, as you put more work into it.
Do you actually perform besides teaching? Do you actually perform yourself or your students perform?
Well, here's the thing. We produce a series of sort of like regular tap jams, you call them.
That's
right. Where all my students come together to tap and to show each other what they've been doing for the past between, say, 4 to 6 months usually. Okay, so it's like a gathering of my tap dancers, and then what we do is, as I meet people, such as yourselves, right? So then we'll start to invite people to come, hey, you know, come and check this out. It's an
Okay, there you go, the headlines from our news program, the Morning Bell and the Capital Updates. We're off for a short break, but right after this, why should you invest in a resort business? More on that, stay tuned.